Hello, I'm Emma Martin of Granola Gear, and I'm in a slightly different place today. Rather than in my living room in front of my bookshelf, I thought I'd do this one from the bedroom because we're doing a little bit of a different style video. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you are a returning person, viewer, whatever, thank you so much for coming back. It really means a lot to me. I've been having a great time making these. Um, I'm here in my bedroom because I wanted to talk about some of my spring and summer uh, things that I've already made, of my creations from years past, how I feel about them now, and what I'm thinking about doing in the future or this season for my spring and summer knits. So I thought it would be fun to take you along with me to pull them out from under my bed. So here we are. In a moment, we will be on the floor talking about those. So let's get into it. Okay, we are now on the floor. And I have my buckets from under the bed already prepped and open so that I'm not yanking them out mid video, because that would be awkward. No one needs to see me half under my bed. So this is my first bucket, and keep in mind these are not full buckets. I don't know if you can see the whole thing here, but I have other summer clothes in here. I just have my hand knits on top. I really like haven't knit a lot of summer stuff in the past. I've knit some things, but I think this is going to be my first big summer year because I feel like I've knit a lot of the sweaters I needed to knit or wanted to knit. So now we're moving on to this kind of thing. But I'm going to walk you through what I have, and then we can figure out where I need to go from here. So the first thing that I actually didn't put away, I just put it back in the bucket for the sake of this video, I forgot to, is my Anchor Top by Petite Knit. This is the Anchor Top, not the Anchor T. It's in a DK weight yarn. This yarn I got at the thrift store. It was one huge skein of a 50% merino, 50% bamboo yarn, and it's hand dyed and it's very beautiful. I love this piece. I kind of was scared to wear it last year because I feel like I hadn't really been sold on the wearing merino or wearing wool in the summertime thing and whether or not I'd get too hot, but I think I'm willing to try it more this year. So this is definitely going to get a better shot this year. I do love this. The colors I don't think are super my color. I wouldn't have picked this out from the store just because I feel like cooler tones tend to wash me out because I have really dark hair and I kind of need warmer tones to pull out the warm in my hair to make me look a little less ghostly, especially in when it's I haven't quite gotten my sun yet, like in the springtime in New England. But yeah, I do love this piece. This is like a basic classic tee, which is definitely what I go for. So that's the first one. And I'll see if I can find what that yarn brand was. The next I'll go to, this is my Abuela tank, which is crochet, and it's all little granny stitch. This is by M Making. I'll link all the patterns that are actual patterns down below so that you can find them. I believe she's either Spanish or Portuguese. I'm pretty sure. This is a really beautiful top. I knit it in a not knit it crocheted it in a yarn that was a little bit too small. It was the sock yarn. That's like it's a superwash merino with a sparkly strand in it. It's very cute, but the sock yarn was a little scratchy for this for how tight it ended up being just because I knit it a little, crocheted it in a little bit too small of a yarn. I love the piece still. It took me a while. If I could crochet without hurting myself, I would definitely make another one of these. But yeah, it's like a wear over a t-shirt kind of thing for me because I'm not really like I'm I'm more comfortable in more modest pieces and I don't like to wear layers under what I'm wearing. So this is kind of like a fun decorative piece, but I'm not like out wearing this with just a bralette under it. That's just not my personal style, but I do like it. Next I'll go with this first. This is the My Favorite Things knitwear cami number 6, I think. I did the set when she came out with the set. I'll show you the shorts in a minute. And this is in I Love Cotton. She did it in I believe two strands of Knitting for Olive, but Knitting for Olive is expensive, and I was not in the expensive yarn phase of life at the time. Still not really, but so this was just a basic cotton that was the right weight, and I do like it. I like my color choice, but I think it does look better marled, especially as a set. It's a little overwhelming to have like one super solid color. If it was like a a slightly more tonal color, I think it might have looked better, but this wasn't like the move. This is an all right piece. It turned out nice. The hems are raw hems, which isn't my favorite. I tried really hard to keep them from like rolling so much, but I really couldn't stop it. They wouldn't stop. I also like, I'm not a huge like thin, super thin strap person. I'd like to be able to wear some kind of bra underneath things. So it's like I have worn it. It's not the most functional for my wardrobe. I think I'd be a little more intentional about my choices in the future, but it was very cute. And I do like the piece that went along with that, which is the shorts number one. I believe they're shorts number one. I think this is the front. Um, this was the best shorts pattern I've knit so far. It was really well explained and made sense. I think the yarn worked well for these because it's pretty sturdy. I was not going to use Knitting for Olive on something I'm going to sit on. Honestly, if I'm using Knitting for Olive, it's going to be like a nice top of some kind. So I went for something a little on the cheaper side. And you definitely could. I maybe wouldn't pick something so solid, or at least not pick something so solid and expect it to be a good set. I think this is these are good on their own. I haven't worn them together, but I have worn the shorts on their own. I think I'll wear them more this year. I don't know. My summer wardrobe felt kind of off last year because I was coming straight from Southern California back to New England in the summertime, and I don't know. I was kind of like figuring it out, refiguring it out. So these will definitely get worn more. I like the pattern. I like the 2x2 rib. And then the other pair of shorts that I've knit, these are the Demia Knitwear's sporty shorts. And I honestly would not recommend this pattern. They're very cute. I managed to knit them, but unless you're super comfortable, I'd say with modding patterns a lot, you will probably be very confused by this. I was confused. I really struggled to figure it out. I don't remember the details exactly because I knit them 2 years ago now, but I remember being really frustrated because I felt like I was not given all the information that I needed. And I'm not someone who needs super detailed patterns. I just need the information. Obviously, like I can't. I felt like I was winging it at points, and that's what I obviously try to avoid. I want to be able to check my work and know I'm doing the right thing to make it look the right way, and I felt like I was winging it with these. But overall, they are cute. But you could also probably mod the Shore Summer 2 to be 2x2 ribbing instead of, what is that, 4? 6. That's 6x6. This is 2x2. You could probably mod those to be 2x2. They're cute. They're nice. This yarn is a Yarn Bee yarn that was like 10. I think it's bamboo. So it's pretty silky, shiny. It's very splitty. It looks nice, but it's very splitty, and it's kind of hard to like knit without looking at it. Yeah. So these are cute. The pattern's not my favorite. That was one of those instances of I'm probably not going to buy from that designer again. It's not their fault. Their designs are beautiful. It honestly, I think in a lot of these cases, it's some kind of translation error. Either like English isn't their first language, so it's not a perfect English pattern, or they handed it off to someone else to translate as a pattern, and it just didn't come across the right way. That's all. But I think it's better to say these things and let people know than just act like it isn't happening. So that aside, the next piece is a piece that I self-drafted, and it's a dress. This was just in an acrylic yarn. It was kind of just for fun. I wanted to see if I could do it. The top is inspired by the June top, so it's got like a lower back and an I-cord edge. There's a hair on it. I did some shaping. I realize now I should have done this with more negative ease. When I put it on, it's looser than I wanted it to be. It's really the shape I was intending to go for. There's this summer dress that I have that I really love, and I was going for that kind of like loose but still tailored shape, and it should have been a little tighter. It doesn't look quite right, but it was fun. It was a cool project. Like you can see the little bit of like waist shaping. I did a little split on the side, but it was a good experiment. I don't know if I'll actually wear this because obviously it's acrylic, but it's a summertime dress, but it was fun. It's good to give yourself a shot with this kind of thing and see what you can do. So that's all I have in this bucket. Push it to that side. I'll pull out my other bucket. So here's another crochet piece, and this is one of my patterns. This is a Botanical Gardens top. I had gotten a book with crochet stitches and crochet lace stitches, and I just kind of went ham. I had a good time with this. It's lacy all over, so it's a good like throwing over something else summer top. It's got kind of like lightly bell sleeves. I love this. I love a good pink and green. This is knit out of the same yarn bee yarn as the sporty shorts. Uh, yeah, the tester versions of this are beautiful in a lot of different colors. You can do it in one if you wanted to, but I like the two-tone. I haven't worn this a million times because it's for me it's kind of like more of a beachy top, and I haven't had a chance to go to the beach very often in the last 2 years. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully wearing that more this summer. This is also self-drafted for funsy beach over dress that I haven't gotten a chance to wear because I haven't been to the beach. It's like a couple different sort of styles of granny squares stitched together with a skirt out of this is like unraveled from a sweater yarn. It's cotton. Just a fun little like summer overdress, and I'm looking forward to wearing that as well. Back to knit patterns, I have, and this is in a very funky yarn that I got at the thrift store that's polyester, but it's, I don't know, it's odd, but I just went for it because it was a DK. This is a Lane Loop tee by Other Loops. It's a very boxy raglan tee. This is in my 15 best basic t-shirts patterns list. And this yarn is like Adrian Vittadini, and it's this kind of funky polyester yarn, which it's also, it's not like soft or fluffy. It's more, I don't know what the word would be, but it's stiffer. So it's kind of okay still for summertime because it's very airy, like air just kind of passes through it. It's not really keeping the heat in. I like this pattern. This is definitely not the yarn for it, but it was what I had, so I just sort of went for it. I didn't want to buy yarn. I wanted to use what I had. It's got I-cord edges on the sleeve, a 2x2 rib hem or collar, and then I think just a regular raw hem. It's got like ribbing at the raglan here and on the shoulder and down the side. This would be really pretty in a different, more tonal yarn, but obviously I didn't do that. And I probably won't knit it again because it's so boxy that, as you can see here, like the yoke was huge and it took me forever to knit around. So I probably don't want to do that again. Another one of my designs, this is the Celosia tee, just a boxy drop shoulder t-shirt with these lace details. I really love this. This was in another another yarn bee yarn, I think, in a DK weight. This is super cute. I love this piece. It's wearable for me because it's pretty solid in the top. So I feel like I can wear a regular bra with it. And yeah, I love this piece. The tester photos are really cute too. Yeah, that was a fun time. I liked designing that. Then I have, this is the Palm Tee, Palme by Laynit. So it's a lace yoke, pretty simple, basic. She's got a few like this with different lace yokes, and this is knit with either Nubu or Trubu, whichever one of them is discontinued because I got it for cheap because it was discontinuing by Lion Brand, and I really don't like it. It's very pilly and it's so sleek and shiny. It's like impossible to join yarns and weave in your ends without it being super visible, which is really frustrating. I also, this was kind of when I learned, like, as pretty as these lace tops are, like, I'm gonna have to wear a tank top under that to not see through it. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of like a regular t-shirt. So as beautiful as this is, and I'm sure I'll wear it a few times, it's just not, I want pieces that I can actually throw on every day. And it's just a part of my regular wardrobe. It's not like a special, I have to dress a different way than I would like to be able to wear it. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I'd recommend if this is something you're interested in. She's got the peacock tee too. She did just come out with a plain t-shirt with no lace that I might knit. So that's another thing. And it's in 2 different yarn weights. But yeah, this is DK too. But I really like the color. um, Next I have, let's go with this one. This is the Made You Look top by Ocean Knits. My feet are falling asleep with the way I'm cross-legged. This is in like a cotton, I think this was maybe it was a DK. I think the pattern is for a DK weight. She has a bunch of different versions of this pattern that are all like the milkmaid style top. She's got a really pretty mohair one. She's got long sleeve one. She's got a dress, all that really beautiful. I was like obsessed with the pattern at the time, and I think this yarn is seedling something. I also thrifted it or got it from someone a long time ago. It was just what I had, and this is really cute, but I don't wear this. I've worn this one time. This is just not. This is like not my thing. I'm not like a crop top. I wear crop tops, but I wear crop tops with high waisted things. I'm not like a I don't know. That's just not how I dress, which is what I'm trying to kind of resolve with my summer knits. My winter and fall knits, I've gotten really good about actually knitting things that are my style and that I'm going to wear. But that's something I need to work on with the rest of my knit wardrobe. It's a very cute pattern. It's got this like twisted rib base. I did hooks on the back. I think it has like a. I think the pattern comes with instructions on doing like lacing it up, but I wanted to do the hooks, which is fine. It's not very attractive holding it up like this, but it is really pretty. It's just not my style, not my thing. So yeah, but I'll keep all these because like I don't have a ton of them, and they're like fun little memories. This is also something I don't even think I've ever worn this. It was based on the free YouTube tutorial by, I think her Instagram handle now is Crafters Muse. She's a really prolific Filipino crochet designer. This is just like a corset thing. I think maybe I wore it over like a billowy lace top once, but I don't even know if I went anywhere wearing it. It was just with like scrap cotton yarn that I had. It was interesting. It was fun. It's a really cool design. It's not super, wow, my leg is really falling asleep. It's not like a super, there aren't a ton of sizes in her design, but like if you mess around, you could probably figure it out. But it was kind of like almost too small for me. I had to add extra at the back. But I don't know, it was cool. It was fun. The YouTube tutorial is free if you want to give it a shot, but I don't wear this. And then, oh, we've got a little crochet granny bandana that I never wear because I'm not really a bandana girl. This is just scrap yarn, as you can see, because it matches this. So it's leftover. Yeah, I'm not really a hair accessories person. But now we have, these two are the same. This was a design that I like drafted and didn't finish. This is an acrylic mohair yarn that I got at the thrift store, as you can see, because I ran out and one sleeve is shorter. Yeah, it's cute. I love this design. It's got like a little collar that obviously you can't, doesn't fold very well just holding it up. But I really enjoyed this. Grading it was a nightmare with all the mesh, so I didn't go forward with it. Then I have this cotton version here. I like the back. It's like kind of like flowers, kind of like dragonflies. I don't know. I like it. It's cute. I didn't ever put buttons on it, but I might this summer. I'll probably wear this a few more times. Just like everything else, I feel like I'm more accustomed to wearing my hand knits regularly, so I think it's going to be easier to put them in my wardrobe. But yeah, like pulling these all out, I'm definitely reminded I need to make more basics. I'm definitely looking at making some camis. Like I would like to make cami number 9 because that's pretty solid. I feel like I can wear a bra under it and it's more wearable for me. I want to make a few more t-shirts, not super boxy, more like everyday fit. I'm really a throw on a t-shirt in the summertime kind of gal. So I wouldn't say this is inspo necessarily, but it's more of like a reminder of what I need to be adding to my wardrobe to make it a little more complete for me. So I hope this was interesting for you. It was a good reminder for me. There are a few pieces I definitely recommend. Everything will be linked in the description so that you can check those out if you would like. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. I love making these videos. It's been a fun time. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great day.